Hi everyone, I'm Adrienne Everheart, and today I'm going to talk about the third date rule with a guy. Should you do it by the third date or should you dump him? Now, if you like this video, please take a moment, give it a thumbs up or hit the subscribe button. That way I know you like my videos, but I also love to read your comments. Now, a lot of you know there's something called the third date rule, where it's assumed a man is expecting sex sometime after the third date. There are even some guys out there that have the motto that if a girl doesn't put out by the third date, he doesn't invest any more time in her. So I'm going to start by talking about those guys. The men out there who dump you after the third date because you're not having sex with them, those are guys that are total time wasters. This is what they're looking for. They're just looking for hookups, and that's all they're willing to invest in a relationship. So if you happen to get attached to a man who does this to you, know that you have dodged a huge bullet here by letting this man go. As I always say, you have to pass on a lot of men so new men can come in your way. So by the third date, if you're feeling pressure, you're feeling like, oh my goodness, it's the third date. Should I sleep with him? I kind of want to sleep with him, but I'm not sure. Is he expecting me to sleep with him? And you're really just not sure if that's what you want to do. Remember, you set the pacing for when the two of you have sex. You are the one who says, I'm ready to do this or I'm not. Make sure your no means no, and that if you don't feel comfortable with a guy, you're not in a situation where you're left alone with him, but be willing to have your boundaries in place. One of those boundaries will look something like this. Know where you feel comfortable going before the date. Do you feel comfortable just kissing, deep kissing, maybe rolling all over each other, or taking your top off, or getting closer that way, but nothing below the pants? I want you to know this in advance. I want you to know where your boundary is before you get in a situation and not know what to do. So have that already in your mind. Know what's going to feel right, what you're ready to do and what you're not ready to do. Now, in that moment, you might be for a loss of words. The two of you might be really making out hot and heavy, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to fall for the third date thing, but I'm not ready, but I don't know what to say. So something that you can say is, wow, I'm feeling really like we're going kind of fast, or whoa, I just need a minute to catch my breath. Oh, maybe we can see what's on TV for a little bit or go for a walk around the block. I just need to take a break here. I need to take a breather. And it's okay to get up, do something different, or sit up, whatever it means that you need to do. Get yourself something cold to drink. But you're letting that man know, this is really heating up. It feels really good, but I don't want to go any further than this. And be willing to say that with the man. Practice it before you're in that situation so you're not at a loss for words. Now, dates with a man need not be expensive. So if you're at all feeling like, oh my goodness, he keeps taking me out to these expensive dinners every night, I feel like he's going to expect something from me, it's okay to tell a man, it feels wonderful to get together, and a date need not cost too much money. I enjoy strolling the park, or going for a bicycle ride, or maybe the two of you want to rent a movie at your house or his house. You can have him come over and hang your shower curtain. I really don't want you to invest too much in making a big meal for him. Keep it really simple, something like macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. Keep it really simple. You don't want him to get used to coming over and eating at your house while you're in the courting process. You want him to still feel like he's the guy, he's there to take you out and really show you that he can be a good provider. But at the same time, dates need not be expensive. You can go get a foot-long sub and go to a park somewhere and have a picnic. You can go stroll a farmer's market on a Saturday morning together. I really encourage coffee dates, especially the first date, because that's only about a $3 or $4 investment depending where you're going. And if he does take you out to the movie theater, that can be a really expensive date. Don't be afraid to bring your own popcorn. Just make sure you hide it in a really big purse. You might also look into a local sports team that's having a game. Those tickets are usually inexpensive. There are always lots of local events. Most downtowns have a First Friday, and the two of you can just go and stroll shops and stores. So there's so many ways to have dates that don't have to be expensive, that don't put a lot of pressure on you to make you feel like it's time to have sex with a man. It's the third date. I want this to be at your pacing, not his. And just like I said in another video where I talked about sex, men really love the anticipation and the buildup of wondering when this is going to happen with you. It need not be something that you move too quickly into. Now, if you have any of my programs like the ABCs to Get Him Back or the Dating Unzipped Complete Collection, it comes with a VIP library. And in the VIP library, I have an ebook I've written called Sex, Sex, Sex. And this book talks about when to have it, when not to have it, and it gives you some great modules for pacing yourself and some templates that you can follow in any relationship. It's a lot of logic, but I teach you how to put it into your feminine energy vibe so you'll feel comfortable having boundaries and moving at your own pace. So by avoiding any pressure to have sex by that third date, that man is learning that you live by your own rules, not his or not any rules in society. And that will really start the relationship out on the right foot, where you're a goddess on a pedestal and he is just there looking up at you, just enamored by your presence and feeling good when he's around you. It'll also give you more time to practice your tools with him, really get to know him and feel comfortable with him. I hope these videos have been helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.